My name is Moon Petrie. It is the 15th of Pantstober. We are approximately halfway through the month. And today I'm going to talk about theme and other stuff that I think is related. Although, as you remember, I'm not an expert. And this is not an instructional video. So what I often find is that theme presents itself as a pants, and that's totally fine. I do not intend to say that anybody needs to understand the theme of a work that they have not yet created. However, you may find that some of the pieces of idea that you're working with lend themselves to theme-ish possibilities or to questions like, if I put this spin on it or that spin on it, it might send a different message. So you might really want to think about, what message do you want to send? What kind of thematic stuff are you comfortable with, and what would you want to avoid? I think most of us strive not to be too preachy or, moralistic in cookie cutter ways that a reader would reject. You can be much more subtle with your morality, and it'll get in more easily. It's easier to swallow, but that doesn't mean that there isn't theme. And I think that if we say, I'm not intending a theme, that's okay. But if we say there is no theme, we might be missing the mark. We might be sending a message that isn't what we intended to send. So if for nothing else, at least consider thematic stuff so that you can rule out accidentally doing stuff you wouldn't feel good about or that could be problematic. Author brand is another consideration. This is absolutely not an area in which I know anything at all, really. I do try to be consistent in my, tone for my AuthorTube channel, but I am an unpublished writer who has never, marketed anything, so absolutely not an area I can speak to personally. However, I do think that people tend to gravitate toward writing certain types of books, and it can help to say, I'm working on being really good at this kind of writing. I have written a bunch of YA portal fantasy, and I have to say, although it's all the same category and genre, it doesn't all send the same message or have the same theme. Some of it is heavier, some of it does have a significant moral leaning, and the various books do send different messages. So I'm not about to suggest that you need to have one cohesive goal statement for all of your books, but I do think it's worth considering. If I got agented with this book and my agent said, what else do you have? How would my other work fit in with it? Would I want it to? Does this stuff make sense together? However, if you want to take a leap away from what you've done in the past, I think that is fine too. I'm working on a thriller about serial killers. Also potentially related is what your book leaves in its wake. How do you want readers to feel when they finish and put the book down? Or what do you want them to be thinking about? When I finish reading a book, it often leaves me in a mood or pondering certain stuff about my life. And it's worth thinking about where you will leave your readers and the kind of sense they will have of the book overall. So for today, just think about it. I don't know, make a list, write some stuff down, your thoughts on how theme or message or author brand or the feeling or thoughts that readers are left with at the end might influence the choices that you make as you are drafting. Until tomorrow, I am Moon Petrie. There is a playlist linked below in case you have missed some of my videos this month and you want to see what else I have been pondering.